All right. Yes, yes, yes. I know. I'm a few hours late, but I warned y'all yesterday I was going to be late on starting this stream. All right. It's been a busy morning. Then I get home and I look up on the internet and damn, things have really been easy hitting. So I'm going to start us off with I know there's a few boxing fans around here. So I'm going to start this off with I don't know what you would call it, but the Tyson and Paul fight. And the thing that's got me is, I mean, I hope, I'll tell you up front, I hope Tyson just absolutely ends it in the first round and Paul is carried off in the stretcher unconscious. I don't, not permanent injuries, no permanent damage. I just want to see Paul's world rocked. That's what I want to see. Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of Jake Paul, and rocking his world would absolutely and totally make my day. Seeing him uh, wishing that he had never stepped up into all this nonsense that he's been doing with you know setting up fake fights and such. Because I mean, most people I've heard that talk about his fights, they uh, they laugh about them. A joke. Now, there's been a lot of rumors about this fight too, and as much as I can't verify any of them. Nobody's putting anything out in writing that I can see. Rumor one being that they'll be wearing that Jake will be wearing headgear, and Tyson has to use 18-ounce gloves so that he doesn't hurt little Jakey. That's rumor one. Rumor two is that it's a tag team bout as far as the Pauls go. It's going to be Jake and Logan fighting against, and Jake can tag out to Logan anytime he wants to. But Tyson has to stand there by his lonesome. So those are the two big rumors. All right. Now, I have not been able to verify anything about these rules. The only thing I've seen is that and now Derek Chisora claims that both fighters will be wearing head guards and 18-pound gloves. 18-pound gloves, not 18-ounce gloves. My mistake. All right. However, uh, Paul's business partner, Nikisa Bidarian, has said that unequivocally there is no headgear for Paul versus Tyson. Haters spreading fake news, but it won't stop the tens of millions of views. And even Paul's come out to say that uh, that all this stuff is nonsense. He's done so much more colorful language than what I'm willing to say. Yeah, you guys know me. There's certain language I don't use unless I'm extremely angry about something and I'm really wound up. But that's just me. I don't believe in using some of this language just to use it in every day. Uh, but then that's nothing new. I've been that way pretty much my whole life. Anyway, Of course, it's pay-per-view on Netflix. I'm not getting Netflix. I'm not doing a pay-per-view for this. When the fight's over, it'll be all over social media. There'll be video clips of it all over social media. And any part of it that I want to see or would want to see will be out there on social media. Good afternoon, early evening there to you, Fury. Glad to see you showing up. And yes, like I said at the very beginning, I warned y'all yesterday that today's stream was going to be late. I honestly figured I'd be starting around 11:30, about an hour ago. But that's not what happened. But it is what it is, and I did say I was going to stream today, and I've got about an hour to kill here, so it's like, well, let me go ahead and stream. So I got things I got to do this evening, and it's an all-nighter for me tonight. So I gotta go back and get my old man nap in this evening before I go to work, because this is one of the 2 nights a week I'm allowed to work. Yay! You know that this is one thing I think the American government needs to get their head out of their butt on. All right, they limit how much you can work, how much you can earn before taxes to $900. All right, $900 a month. Now, a few years ago, $900 a month before taxes, that works out, depending on where you're living, between $600 and $700 a month after taxes. That could handle a couple, 3 bills, but not anymore. But anyway, let's get back to the Jake Paul fight. Fury, you got any idea, anything you want to, any comments about this Jake Paul Tyson fight? Because, like I said, personally, I want to see Tyson lay Paul out in the first round. It'd make me happy just to see it happen in the first 5 minutes in the first 3 minutes of the round. Lay him out and have him bring a stretcher in to pick him up and carry him out on it. I don't want permanent damage. No permanent damage, I just want his bell rung. Then him, I don't like the Jake Paul. I don't like either him or his brother. I haven't liked them for years. And with the stunts they pulled before and everything else that they've done, I just want to, if they'd be gone, that'd make me happy. So anyway, what else is going on here? But yeah, that's it. I've got on that. Dana White is not happy about the battle. Let's see. White said, Dana White, he's the president of the UFC. He goes, I love Mike and I hate talking about this because he always gets mad at me when I talk about this stuff. I'm not thrilled to see him do this stuff. When the fight happens, he'll be 58. There'll be a 31-year age difference between these two. Now, I've watched the sparring battles. Yeah, who's this Jake Paul? Why should I care? That's the way to go. I've watched the sparring battles that they've released, the videos. And Tyson ain't sparring like no 58-year-old man, 57-year-old man. He's sparring more like a 35-year-old man. Jake Paul, the videos he's released has been like, okay, that's a good workout in the gym among some amateur boxers. But it's nothing that I would find. I mean, now could Jake Paul whip my butt in a ring? Yeah, in a heartbeat. When I was in my best, Jake Paul could whip me right now. With him at his current stage, and with me, if I was 40 years younger and at my best peak performance, he'd still probably beat me. Martial arts involved or not. But I never proclaimed to be a great fighter. Have I gotten into fights? Yes. Have I lost fights? Yes. Have I won some fights? Yes. But these are barracks fights, behind the NCO club. Everybody's drunk or a fight in the barracks. That I will say, I will say, I've sent one guy to the hospital. Well, I've actually sent 3 people to the hospital with broken bones in my life. But those were all fights that the other guy was too damn serious about. And the one fight the guy attacked me when I was having to use a cane because I was just getting off of crutches, and I was still using the cane to get around. And I broke his collarbone, upper arm, and forearm. But like I said, he swung first, and I was just defending myself because I couldn't stand up. Bantam and featherweight fights are fun to watch. These unlimited or heavy fights, these guys, so many of them are just plain fat. It's like this. Let me see if I can find the video that popped up this morning. Da 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 da. Teen lifts 900 pounds. Oh, come on. Was this it here? Yep, this is it here. Now, this kid, undoubtedly, he's strong as all get out. I mean, he done a high school kid did 900-pound lift. Will be attempting the all-time heaviest squat. I want to turn the volume off there. But I'm going to stop this here for just a second. The kid is strong, all right? But he's so damn fat. Okay. I mean, look at the size of the boobs on this kid. Now he just did 900 pounds, set a new record, man. Hey, I love it for him. Congratulations. Congratulations, Dwayne Coleman. Man, oh, that it was actually over 900 pounds. I don't know why they've got. Why did they? Why did they? The other one say 900. A squat of 875 pounds. The other report I read said it was 900, but still, okay. 875 pounds is impressive as hell. And I mean, that's not fat, that's counterweight. 170 pounds, boy, I tell you what, Fury, that 170, last time I saw that was when I got out of the hospital after having 12 inches of intestine removed. Now, 875 pounds is nothing to be sniffed at. The kid is strong. I'm not going to argue that point. All right. I'm just, the kid is fat. And I don't like seeing fat bouncing around in a ring without a shirt on. And that's the way you see a lot of these boxers. Now, Mike Tyson is not fat. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Mike Tyson is fat. My God, I'd be happy if I had looked more like him than I look. Good God. Hey, Duck Dog. Oh, you talking about that the bridge that got knocked down last night? The F. Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. Man, that was. I showed the wife the video of that this morning, and she was like amazed. And that, the excuses are excuses. Now they're saying that the whole ship lost power, and because it lost power, it couldn't. That's why it hit the stanchion that held up the bridge. Um, man, I wouldn't not be surprised to see people go to jail over that. I would not be surprised seeing people go to jail. Good question there, Fury. I mean, I'm not an architect or an engineer when it comes to building bridges. I don't know what's required about them. Uh, but that bridge going down is definitely an issue of sorts. Like everybody else, I'm just going to have to come rely on the official reports to come out and hope that there's not too many lies and ass coverings in it. But I still expect at least the pilot and the ship's captain, and maybe if it was a electrical issue, maybe the ship's engineer, all being put on trial. So, uh, Now, unless you guys got anything else you want to say about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fighting, I think I'll go close up those tabs. That was about the end of that. I got nothing else really to say about it. We still don't know what the rules are going to be. Don't know if it's going to be a sanctioned fight. Hey, Ramen, afternoon. Yes, there was a report out that there were two pilots on duty at the time there, Fury. So maybe the captain was in his bunk getting some sleep in. Okay. All right, just so that we all see the same thing. Let's see if I find a quick video. I'm sure everybody has seen the video of the bridge going down. Uh, that was absolutely. I mean, okay, here we go. And I will go ahead and share this. I've got the audio killed. We don't need to hear it. Now the conspiracy nuts are out there talking about the uh, if you look across the top of the bridge, you can see some sparking going on, and that's probably just the power cables being yanked apart and shorting out. But yeah, that bridge went down. I mean, you knock out one of the pillars or stanchions holding the damn thing up, yeah, it's going to fall down. There's no two ways about it. Hey, Retro. So I I hope that the death and injury list is as small as possible. Um, I don't want to see a bunch of people die. I don't want to see a bunch of people hurt here. So, yeah, still, you're right. Yeah, Fury. Now, there's conspiracy nuts out there all over the place already claiming that those were charges going off and the bridge was blown up. And it's all massive conspiracy. Okay, so where do. All right, let's. Where is it? Here we go. Another podcaster, another streamer. Trump's Richard Bridges collapsing the economy. Diddy on the run for Diddy carry the night. Cuba Gooding Jr. has been added to that list. There, retro. Let's see if I can. Rodney Little Rod Jones Jr., the music producer who filed a lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs last month, has officially accused Cuba Gooding Jr. of sexual assault, naming him as a defendant in his complaint amended Monday. The civil lawsuit filed in New York Federal District Court came hours after Homeland Security investigation agents raided two of Combs' homes. So, let's see what was the accusation. Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones's legs, his upper inner thighs near his groin, the small of his back near his buttocks, and his shoulders. The complaint includes a photo that purportedly shows Gooding with his arm around Jones, along with a picture that allegedly shows Combs and Gooding talking on the yacht. Combs failed to step in and stop Gooding from sexually assaulting Jones, the lawsuit states. Old Guy Gamer. Wow. Oh, man, I hope you get better soon there, bud. This stream being this late in the day is actually kind of rare for me because it's just I had appointments this morning I had to make. So I definitely wanted to do a stream today. And so it was 12:30ish before 12:25, 12:30 before I got a chance to get started on the stream today. I was commenting to the wife, I've got more appointments now that I have to make than I did when I was active duty or a civilian or even up to 2 years ago. Because I've got appointments every day this week I've got to make. Tomorrow morning, uh, I probably won't get home tomorrow until noonish or so. I've got to take my truck in. It's got an oil leak on the manifold that they've got to replace. So taking the truck up in the morning at 7 o'clock. And since they don't have loaner cars anymore, that means I'm stuck sitting there until whenever. Yeah, you're the only one in good health here, Fury. Wow, that's a lot of sleep. Oh, really? Have to check up retro. I have to check up on her. Yeah, retro. I mean, I'm up every day at 4 o'clock. I can't seem to sleep past 4 unless I decide to take the day off of pills in order to indulge in adult beverages, which that's coming up soon. I've got a bottle of Jameson's and a bottle of Japanese whiskey sitting there that's just begging for my attention. Wow, thrown up too, man. Yeah, that's you are in bad shape here. Let's see here. Well, for those of us living in Florida, and if with kids, or in my case, grandkids, no American whiskey and Irish beer. You know, old guy, I worked outside. Let's see. I grew up on a working farm, so I definitely worked outside when I before I joined the military. Then I worked on aircraft for 20 years, and all but 3 of those years it was outside. And then after I retired, I worked security, and most of those jobs were uh, I don't know if you can classify them outside or not. Being in that most of them being in a little guard shack at either the entrance to a gated community or condos or stuff like that. But I did have to walk a lot of parking garages. Damn, I hated that job. They tried to tell me I needed to walk the garage in 3 hours, and I told them it'd take me more like 8. They didn't believe me, but when they made me do it, it took almost the entire night to walk that garage. Working outside though can be fun when the weather's nice, not too hot, not too cold, and of course, it all depends on what you're doing. So let's see here. Governor DeSantis, former presidential candidate. Now, this here's the USA Today article on it. I just happen to have the bill, but signs social media restrictions for kids, age verification for porn sites. DeSantis Monday signed into law sweeping media restrictions that also requires age verification to access pornographic websites in Florida. The measure will take effect in the beginning of 2025 if it survives the lawsuits. And let's see, I think Texas just lost their lawsuit requiring people to age verify. So I expect Florida's going to lose it too. I mean, I have to agree with some of this. In this case, minors under 16 would be barred from social media platforms unless they're 14 or 15-year-olds who get a parent's permission. All right. And I can, when my son was on the internet, all right, his computer was set up in the living room to where the wife and I could see the screen. And he wanted us to set it up back in his bedroom, and I just wasn't going to do it. Yeah, Raman, VPNs do have a way of getting around these laws. Yeah, Fury, a lot of them do have 13 plus requirements, but they don't do any way of verifying that. You tell them when you were born. So, I mean, they don't make you send in a photo ID or a copy of your driver's license or anything else to verify that you are actually who you say you are, born when you say you were. While I appreciate what he's doing here, this is nanny statism I don't like. This is a parental issue. Parents should be the ones, you know, setting up their computers and such to where the kids, if they want the kids on social media or not. I don't think it's the government's job. Well, first of all, there's too many ways of getting around it. This is not an effective law. As Raman brought up, you got VPNs. And if your phone, if you're, if the, you throughout your, if you as a child set up a VPN on your phone, or you have a VPN set up on your phone, oh, what's going on here? The weather alerts. Cool. I like that. Anybody with half a brain can look out the window and see we got a storm coming in. Oh, way to go, Fury. Retro, what do you do? Block Google, the Google store or the iPhone store where the kid can't download it? And the rain is here. Yay. It just started storming. So yeah, I am surprise, surprise. while I agree kids should not be on social media, and I really think that their access and time spent on computers and social media should be limited. I think that's a parental issue, not a government issue. You know, the you're right there, gamer. That well, see, that's I didn't buy my son a smartphone. He got his first smartphone when he was 18 and working at a job of his own. And he came to me with the money to buy the smartphone because I wouldn't do it. And of course, once he was 18, then it's like, okay, son, you're making your own decisions now. I'm not going to stop you. You're an adult. OGG gets you. Oh, old guy gamer. Okay. But yeah, my son, the phone we had him was an old style flip phone. Even though the wife and I both had smartphones, I wasn't going to get him one. And then he didn't get it all the time. He was given the flip phone if uh, if he was going out on a school trip of some sort. Uh, on Saturdays, he got the flip phone when he said he was going to go out riding his bicycle. On weekends, or if he was going over to a friend's house, he got the flip phone. But other than that, he didn't even have a phone in his pocket. I'm not a fast typer either there, Retro. Oh, really, Ron? I didn't realize you could do that. A 3210. I would almost agree. Well, you can get flip phones that can do that there, Ramen. So that's no big deal. Okay, we just got thunder and lightning, and my dog is trying to. And old Spanky is freaking out. He's trying to climb up on my lap, and he's shaking like. I mean, I could churn butter with the way he's shaking. Oh my God. That would Fury, that's a killer. That There's no way my son ever got any of my cards to put on his phone. Yeah, ever since the hurricane, he has hated storms, and I don't blame him. The cat now, he's just laying over there asleep. They don't bother him at all. Okay, calm down, Spanky. Calm down. You don't need to try to crawl inside of me. All right, he's going. Okay, now he's going to crawl up on the back of the couch behind my head. Okay, come on. Come on. Oh, now he just decided to crawl up on my shoulder. I got a 40-pound dog crawling, laying on my shoulder right now. Mm. Okay, he jumped down. So let's get back to this here. You have kids in the safe house. You have predators that can get right there in your own home. You can be doing everything right, but they know how to get and manipulate these different platforms. That's right. Evil people know how to do evil things. But I still believe that this is a parents issue and not a governmental issue. You know, if you want to make kids safe on the online, it's not going to happen. Uh, Retro, my kid, he he absolutely hated me. You know, he'd ask for 10 or 15 bucks, $20 to go to the movies with his friends. And I'd look at him and say, okay, what chores have you done around the house today or this week? Did you mow the lawn? No, I mowed the lawn. Did you do? No, I did that. Did you carry out? No, I did that. I go, so what did you do this week around the house that I need to give you $20 for? I usually ended up giving it to him, but he knew he had, that he had to tell me he had done work to get it. Is it going to survive judicial scrutiny? I don't know. I don't know. It's like I said, he wants to do the right thing here, and I can, and I can understand why he wants to do the right thing. Yes, he was Duck Dog. I mean, DeSantis is trying to do the right thing here, uh, but like a lot of the crap that the liberals do, it's stuff that parents should be doing, and trying to get the government to step in to do what parents should be doing is just plain wrong. Yeah, maybe interstate commerce. What's he saying here? The bill defines effective social media as one's features such as push notifications and infinite scrolling, which loads content as the user scrolls down. Eliminating the need to click to the next page, these features have a devastating effect on the mental health of children. He predicted an imminent challenge through NetChoice, a tech industry trade group that's filed lawsuits in other states against similar measures and has opposed Florida's. And I don't think that the law itself is unconstitutional. All right. I'd be hard pressed to find how it could be unconstitutional. It's the idea that government has to step in to protect our children because parents can't do it or they don't trust parents to do it. That's not what I that's not what I believe should be happening. I don't believe that the government should step in and pretend to be our to take over as the parents. So HB3 forces Floridians to hand over sensitive personal information to websites or lose their access to critical information channels. This infringes on Florida's First Amendment rights to share and access speech online. All right. That could be interesting to see how they're talking about there. I mean, the way he describes it is, the TikTok, Facebook, let's see what else does simple scrolling. TikTok, Twitter, X. So those platforms, maybe Facebook, but then I don't do Facebook. I mean, I'm on Facebook, but I haven't looked at it in years. Yeah, you're right there, Retro. I did. I'm just not. And would I be happy if if I went on, in order to get on Twitter, I had to send them a copy of my driver's license so that some dumbass there could put my real name in next to my handle? No. The the doxing of people would begin immediately. Oh, really? Okay. So that means Monkey won't be streaming tonight. That's because he's going to be up all day with his kids because he got the grandbabies. That's why he only did a 26-minute stream last night. Let's see here. No, I don't want to hear this. Okay. Do. I'm I'm looking to see if Mr. Jack. No, I'm scrolling. What the hell? Yep. Oh, around 9 or 10 Eastern time. It's Jack's birthday. Well, happy birthday, Jack. So, well, good on you, Jack. 9 or 10 Eastern time. Well, let's see. That's 8 or 9 our time. I'll be able to catch it. Oh, no, no, no. That's no. Hey, derail. There's no rails for this train. Retro, you know that. This train has no rails. Yep, Miss. Yep. Well, old guy, it's 20 hours. You're right, Fury. We don't need no rails. Uh, but like I said, I don't think that this is going to survive the ban. And no, Pornhub is not shut down in Florida. So Pornhub is the 13th most visited website in the world and the second most visited adult website. Well, what's the most visited adult website? If that isn't a shocker. Let's see. Biden is committing federal support to rebuild the F. Scott Key Bridge, and he's asking Congress to put some more money to it. That is okay. That I could see us spending tax dollars on to rebuild that bridge. Okay. But do we need to, let's take it out of the money that anybody complain about, let's take it out of the money that we're spending on Ukraine or that we're spending on illegals. Oh. The money we've spent on illegals so far this in the past 4 years, I imagine I could build at least 2 or 3 of those F. Scott bridges and make them damn near indestructible. Let's see here. The federal government is going after Apple. And this is what I thought is funny. If no, that's not what I want. Here we go. This here's the official complaint. All these states, I mean, it lists a bunch of the United States, New Jersey, Arizona, California, DC, this Connecticut, Maine, Michigan, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New York, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Oregon, Tennessee, Vermont, Wisconsin. These are all the plaintiffs against Apple. And what's the first thing you read when you read the complaint? In 2010, a top Apple executive emailed Apple's then CEO about an ad for the new Kindle e reader. The ad began with a woman who's using her iPhone to buy and read books on the Kindle app. She then switches to the Android smartphone and continues to read her books using this same Kindle app. The executive wrote to Jobs, one message can't be missed. Is that is easy to switch from iPhone to Android. Not fun to watch. Okay. Jobs is clear in his response. Apple would force developers to use payment system to lock in both developers and users on its platform. Over many years, Apple has repeatedly responded to competitive threats like this and by making it harder or more expensive for its users and developers to leave than by making it more attractive for them to stay. And then on and on and on. Retro, I agree with you. I won't own Apple products, but I won't own Apple because I don't like the company. All right. And since I don't like the company, I won't buy Apple products. It's that simple. And people can make a choice. I mean, you got two systems out there. Well, two main systems for most people. You've got the Apple system, which means you have to have an iPhone, or you have Android, which is everybody else. One of the stats I read is that while Apple has a slight lead in phones in the United States and Canada, everywhere else, Android's got the major lead. Major lead. So, you know, if you like, again, if you like Apple and their products, and you like the way they do business, go buy yourself an Apple phone. I don't think the government should be stepping their toes in here. Once again, I don't think they're 30 years too late, 20 years too late stepping in and doing anything. If they do anything now, excuse me. Excuse me for a moment here, folks. Okay, I'm back. Um, oh, they're AI glasses or whatever they are. Um, I'm going to be honest. I would love to own a set of virtuals so that on days where I want, I mean, remember, was it, man, Tron. I was a young man when Tron came out. And all those movies and TV shows then that come out after that dealing with computer alternate realities and such. th- I mean, I would love to get a good VR headset and do some of that stuff. You think the VR fat? You think the VR is dying out? Let's see. When did Tron come out? Uh, the 1982. So I was in Germany when Tron came out. And I so want. I mean, that was such a neat thing when that happened. I never did see Tron Legacy though. That sounds like fun, retro. That does sound fun. Oh, I'm I'm only 64 there, retro. But anyway, let me get out off of this here. Now, once again, the government stepping in to uh, do what parents should be doing. It's a societal issue. It's not a governmental issue, and the government can't step in and make these decisions for parents. You was 9 when that came out. Let's see, I was 22 when it came out. So, and I was in Germany from 80 to 83. From January of 80 to December of 83, I was in Germany. So, uh, nah, the CNN and other people are starting to push this deal that if Biden loses the election, it's because of the Supreme Court gutting the Voting Rights Act. Let's see. In the Shelby County v. Holder decision, a conservative majority on the High Court gutted the VRA, the Voting Rights Act, by eliminating a key enforcement mechanism in the landmark law. The provision required states and jurisdictions with a history of racially discriminating voting practices to get pre-clearance or federal approval for any new electoral changes such as redistricting, voter ID rules, or polling operations. In other words, by making people get their IDs, that's racist. And you are going to stop the black folk from going out to vote because they don't get driver's licenses and state issued IDs. because they too poor and dumb to get them. That's what the Democrats are saying. Oh, now synthesizer music. That was what was it? The Moog, Moog, Moog synthesizer. Yes, the Moog synthesizer, man. Oh wow, you can get them for $700 online, as cheap as $800. But yeah, the Moog synthesizers, those things were out since 1964. I was going to say, I grew up with the synthesizer music. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Yamaha DX7s. Korgs, I don't know if I ever heard of that one. Yeah, poor kids can be as bright as white kids. That's right. Oh, Retro, did you see the who the new Doctor Who is? There we go. Let's see, open image, a new tab. There we go. There's the new Doctor Who. I'm not a Whovian or whatever y'all call yourselves on it, but when I saw the ads online for the new Doctor Who and I saw who it was, I was like, well, should have expected it. So the next one will be a black lady or an Indian lady. That's the black guy's the new Doctor Who, and the blonde haired chick is his new companion. I have no idea who they are. Uh, God damn, I can't. Oh Lord. Okay, I'm going to. All right, somebody tell me who pronounced this for me. And Kudi Gatwa as the 15th Doctor, along with Mel Gibson as Ruby Sunday. All right, so let me go ahead and make y'all's.
Into the vortex. I have the whole universe at my fingertips.
Oh, this is deep.
You can't! Abbey Road Studios! Alright, let's take it from the top.
Ruby, there are powers beyond the universe.
Are you getting scared because you're just babbling now?
Ah! Smell faster!
No job, no boss, just fun.
Classic.
I'd love it if you came with me.
So there you go. There is the new Doctor Who. And Shooty Gatwa, okay. Oh, is he gay, Retro? Is he supposed to be gay? I didn't catch that. So it's a all right, so they got a double banger there with him. He's a gay Doctor Who. Gay and black. So they got a twofer on him. Tenet asked Alien for its pronouns. Oh, great. But yep, that is the new Doctor Who. So the Whovians can have fun now. They've got him, and they need to be happy about it. I expect Midnight Edge will be, if they have not, will be doing it. Oh, okay. Let's see here. When's this from? Oh, just an hour ago. Capitol Hill police arrested 13 protesters who are demonstrating against the Supreme Court's examinations of restrictions to the abortion pill mifepristone. Supreme Court hearing arguments on whether the Food and Drug Administration lawfully relaxed restrictions to make it easier to access the drug to end pregnancy. The first pill is taken in a two-drug regime for a medication. Abortion is the most common method of abortion in the country. Capitol Hill police said 13 protesters were moving around the Capitol grounds and illegally blocking roads and then a walkway. So they only arrested 13 people, and that's because they were blocking a walkway. Okay, well. All right, and I have no idea who Joe Grant is. Oh, her. Okay. Man, that's you really went back in time as to her. No, I tell you though, back in for TV shows of this time frame, I was more of the Prisoner fan for when it comes to British television. That was the show I enjoyed was The Prisoner. My cousins were Doctor Who fans. I just I'd already been addicted to Star Trek by then. Oh, Blake Seven was definitely fun to watch. 1999, I grew up. I watched that when it was fresh. Blake Seven, I didn't catch that until a few years ago. I watched it on YouTube. So, I guess the last thing here. Oh, wait a second here. On this abortion pill, y'all know I'm anti-abortion 100%. I definitely believe, unless it's absolutely the life of the mother, I absolutely believe that killing the unborn child is just that. You're murdering an unborn child. And it uh, to to save the life of the mother is the only time I can even think of condoning the an abortion. Uh, Now there are a few birth defects that early detection catches that this child is going to basically be born brain dead or whatever. There's a few birth defects that all right, it's out there. But just abortion on demand, I am not a fan. But to get off of that and to get into something a little bit more fun. Steven Steven Crowder staffer claims he's being legally abused after quitting a toxic and abusive show. A former employee of the right-wing pundit Steven Crowder has accused him of fostering a toxic and abusive work environment and then subjecting him to years of legal abuse after he left the company. All right. Not gay Gerald Matillo, known publicly as Gerald Monroe on the show Louder with Crowder as Not Gay Jared, claimed he'd been tormented by the controversial internet personality for years. He does not name Crowder, but a source told Mediaite he is the subject. Well, we'll show the video. I'm going to show you the video now. Okay? Because he released it on X. You notice he's got two websites up there in the corner, freejaredmonroe.com and then hashtag freejaredmonroe. Now, this series 15 minutes. I'm not going to play the whole 15 minutes. But just to give you an idea of what he's complaining about.
Can't go on any longer. And as the famous saying goes, sunlight is the best disinfectant. So here we go. I'm currently being legally abused and intimidated into silence by a former employer. This has been going on for a while now, and it simply cannot live in darkness for another day. But I am asking for your help to fight back. First, some context. In late October of 2023, to my surprise, I was served these papers. A cease and desist from my former employer. It threatened severe legal action in the form of a lawsuit and demanded I cease communications with my friends. The scare tactics of cease and desist are generally to intimidate, isolate, and eventually devastate. Like most cease and desist, it also demanded that I swiftly provide them written certificate of my compliance. I did not. In the same
Jared here, I mean, I've seen him on other streams and such. And I've seen him back on Crowder's show. And this is not the Jared I'm used to seeing. He really looks like he's been beat up, mentally beat up.
delivery, I was also served these papers. A Rule 202 petition from my former employer. You can look that up on the internet. I know I had to.
Okay. Yes, that's not gay Jared. Fury. Rule 202 is a civil procedure in Texas that allows a person to petition the court for an order authorizing the taking of a deposition before filing a lawsuit. The purpose of Rule 202 is to perpetuate or obtain testimony for use in anticipated suit or to investigate a potential claim or suit. Rule 202 requires a verified petition, a written procedure, and a jurisdictional basis. So that's Rule 202.
These documents were filed with the county court of my former place of employment, demanding that I be subject to an oral deposition under oath for an unlimited amount of time, where they were free to interrogate me on pretty much any private matter that they chose. Also, in this petition for discovery, they demanded that I turn over documents of all communications with more than a dozen of my friends, an unlimited amount of unnamed persons in any form and over an unlimited period of time. I did not. Now, I did not for a few reasons. Number one, I have seen how this employer handles legal issues, and I knew that once I opened the door to legal abuse, it would never, ever be shut. This is how they operate. In fact, I'm not the only one who's a current victim. My former employer is exploiting the legal system to abuse others right now.
Okay. If y'all want to listen to the rest of that, it's over there on X. It's the Jared Monroe or Jared Monroe. And you should be able to find it. We know he only really worked for Crowder. And unfortunately, we've learned what Crowder is like in court when he was divorcing his wife. That whole mess where he wouldn't buy a second car so she could go to the grocery store if he had the car because he needed it for his business. Come on. Even I could afford to get a second car for my wife. There's no reason why Crowder, with all his money, couldn't afford to get a second car. Even though he did screw up and lose his very lucrative contract with the Daily Wire. But oh, thank you, Retro. Yeah, I should have did that. I'm sorry. But yeah, there's as this goes forward, and Crowder's not the nicest guy in his personal life. He puts on a good show. I used to watch his stream all the time. At least his YouTube stream, because I wasn't going to pay to watch what he had in the subscription base. The only person I actually give money to every month to watch him, to listen to him stream, is Monkey. So, and he actually provides me entertainment. Oh, you're exactly right about that, Fury. Crowder's having a midlife meltdown. Yeah, that could be. Or he's gotten feeling too full of himself. Which people have a tendency to do when they've been, he's earned a good living and he's earned what he has and what he's got. But that's all I'm willing to put to that. I mean, come from comedian to having a didn't he had a spot on Fox News as a on occasion, if I remember correctly. Andrew Klavan, yeah, of the ones that are on the Daily Wire, Andrew Klavan is the guy I watch the most. I don't watch Shapiro at all. I don't watch Michael Knowles that much. I'll watch him on occasion, but I don't make an effort to watch him. But that's just me. So anyway, let's see. Is there anything else here I wanted to bring up? There was some Senate hearings that was going on, but I have not had a chance to sit down and watch them. Uh, project Agenda 47. That is going back in the news again. I am surprised that the well, I shouldn't be, but y'all Agenda 47. That's coming off of what Trump's promising to do. I went over a bit of that last week. I think it was last week. Oh, is he? Dang. Not, Trump is selling Bibles. This I got to see. Okay, here we go. Found a MSN article on it, so that's just the first article that popped up. So let's see what it is. Donald Trump is selling $60 Bibles as he seeks funds for campaign and legal bills. While seeking money to finance his campaign pays legal bills, former Donald Trump began hawking a unique product, the Bible. Posting a sales video on his Truth Social, Trump said, "Happy Holy Week. Let's make America pray again as we lead into Good Friday and Easter. I encourage you to get a copy of God Bless the USA Bible." Trump's partner is musician Lee Greenwood, whose anthem, God Bless USA, opened Trump's political rallies. All right, the Bible includes the U.S. Constitution, the amendments that make up the Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance, and a handwritten chorus to God Bless USA. Okay, the Bible's website claims the book is not political and has nothing to do with any political campaign. However, it's not clear how much of the former president was paid or will be paid for sales of the product. Trump's sales pitch immediately outraged his political opponents on social media. Oh, this ought to be good. Uh, Unrepentant grifter Trump is so desperate for cash, he's selling God Bless the USA Bibles. Okay. The anti-Trump organization Lincoln Project said, "How much money do you think Trump gets off of each sale?" The group Republican Voters Against Trump said that Donald Trump is observing Holy Week by selling the only Bible endorsed by President Trump for $60. For a seasoned gifter, everything is an opportunity. The move also reminded Trump's critics of a chapter in his term in office. While Trump was president, law enforcement officials aggressively forced protesters out of a park. You mean the guys that were trying to set things on fire? And Trump walked to a nearby church and took a photo raising the Bible. The bishop of the Episcopalian Diocese of Washington criticized Trump after the moment. Let's see. Okay, then goes to him having to post a bond of $175 million next week. He just posted a $92 million bond tied to the defamation by E. Jean Carroll. All right. Well, I won't buy a $60 Trump Bible, okay, even though it does have Lee Greenwood's "Bless the USA" in it. Hey, Tyler, how you doing? So, but anyway, anywho, ain't that something else? The same people who don't want the Bible to be used as a basis for anything unless they want it used. You know that another little used soapbox of mine, little used, is how the left will quote certain passages out of the Bible and, well, you're supposed to be a Christian. How can you be against us when we're for this? And they'll quote a, a passage or two and ignore everything around it. And then always there's that common fallacy, common comment, you, our government is a secular government. And if you want, and the left only wants to use the Bible in the government as a basis for government policies when it suits them. They don't want the rest of the Bible to be used because it doesn't suit them to see the rest of that Bible. Oh, I'm sorry, Smokey. I didn't mean to kick you. Smokey's the cat. Let's see, it's 2:00. He's going to start bugging me. He doesn't eat for another 3 hours, but he's going to start bugging me to feed him here soon. Exactly, Tyre. You know, I I liked that song when Lee Greenwood first wrote it and first sang it, but now I cringe every time I hear it because it's like, good Lord, please give it a break. Give give that song a rest. And there are some people saying they wanted to change our national anthem to that too. It's like, nah, not something I'm in the mood for. But all right, guys, I've been going for an hour and 45 minutes. My God says, Athena, if in doubt, smite some warriors until they accept you, worms of wisdom. Yep. But anyway, I want to thank y'all for coming out and listening to a very, very late stream. Now, tomorrow, I doubt if I'm going to stream at all because after I get off work, I've got to take my truck straight to repair shop because they've got to replace the a seal around the header. They put it on wrong, and it's leaking oil onto my engine block. And it's stinking up the cab of my truck. So I got no idea how long that's going to take them to do. So, but I want everybody to have a good day now. Enjoy themselves. Gamer, I hope you get feeling better. Old guy gamer. Hope you get feeling better. And it was good to see you pop in and give my show a chance to listen to. Listen to me for a change. I appreciate that. Okay. And y'all have a good one now. Enjoy yourselves. Be with the ones you love and love the ones that you're with. Later.